Welcome to a special sort of video. Today I will be going through my own Lego model that I've made in Lego Digital Designer. The link for this will be, or the link to download this will be in the description for anyone that wants to, try this out. But this is my own creation. That's what MOC stands for. It's just one of many models I've made, but I've actually recorded a time lapse and my thought process and everything of this build, and so I'm going to go through this build and explain a little bit about it, and sort of just go through it, go through every feature, go through every thought process, and then you can see the time lapse and see as I built it and went along, changed the designs and everything. characters in this model are these guys, and these guys are the bad guys. This big guy and this guy with the vest, and this is the good guy of this model. This guy is Gun, short for Gunmetal Gray, because, as you'll notice, most of the characters, the good guy characters anyway, are named after sort of their colors. So this is his standard version. He has a different colored chest piece. This is a Star Wars chest piece. And he also has a jetpack. These are actually binoculars, like binocular pieces. And he has this very cool, where he has this helmet for, you know, protection and stuff, and like scanning and everything with this visor here. And if we take off the helmet, you can see that he's actually wearing a headset underneath. He has some glasses, and he has two faces. So one scared face and one sort of confident face. And he also has a special hair piece for himself. So that's how it looks like with his hair on. Now, this guy, his name is Commandeer. Well, that's not his real name, but it's his sort of code name. His name is Commandeer, and he has this bulletproof vest. He has this antenna on the back to sort of allow him to, like, send out his location at all times, or something like that. He also has this rifle with a scope as his weapon, and as you can see, he has a Superman haircut, sort of, and he is wearing shades, so you always know he's a, and because of this pose, you can also see that he is a trained military professional. Gun actually has weapons too, they're just not included really in this model, sort of. And then we got this, this is a mechanically engineered huge-ass robot. It's called Gruss. So this is sort of a mishmash of different stuff. So he has a horn here, sort of. Then his body is actually made from, or his torso and body is actually the monster, like the snow monster from Star Wars. I think it was called a Wampa. Yeah, the Wampa. And his arms are actually from a Power Miners set, or like a Power Miners set. And they have a big figure, and they have these arms. And on the other side of his head, he has a big radio antenna dish thing that he can use to pick up signals and send out signals and all that good stuff. This is the good guy vehicle. This is the Streamliner jet. Belongs to Gun, obviously. It looks really good. If I'm going to differentiate it from, or like, compared to most of my other models, it looks really friggin' good. So as you've seen, I started out with making a front for this, but like it didn't go very well. So instead, I decided to start from the back, and I knew I wanted to have these sort of boosters, or like ion thrusters, boosters, or engines, and so I started with those, and then I went off from there, and it actually looks much better, and it actually worked much better then, and I could go or build onto it much easier because it felt like everything connected. So we'll start in the back. So you have these like ion boosters or thrusters or whatever, and also some smaller boosters right here for like both planetary and like space flight, because this is part of my own theme, which is a sci-fi space theme called Space Defenders. And so I try to make it as futuristic as I can and stuff. So they're like ion boosters probably, and then it has some like a grill here, sort of. You have the bigger engine parts over here. You got some antennas and stuff that probably do a lot of stuff, maybe send out or pick up signals, or they like maybe they're like measuring stuff and sending it the information and everything to the cockpit here. Either way, on the other side they have smaller blasters, because this thing needs something to like defend itself. Looking into the cockpit, if you see back here, you got a sort of wait, what's it called? Damn it, I forgot. Like just like one of those dials that measure different things. Could have something to do with the antennas. And you can see we have Gun himself, Man of the Hour, and he has this controller, or like, I mean, he has this handlebar sort of thing, so you can control the ship. He also has like a small, like, probably holographic, like, probably holographic display on top. Then we got the end of it, also has a small little blaster here. Just assume anything that's a transparent cone is a blaster, basically. He has some intakes underneath the wings. So he has the longer wings in the back, and then the shorter wings in the front, and then also some short wings you can put in different angles. And also you can also open up this cockpit just to see a little bit what's inside. And now, finally, you might think that's all, but there's actually more to this if you look underneath. So you'll see this in the time lapse, but this is actually a hatch, and by opening it up, you reveal these. Now these are bombs that they're basically a type of missile. So they basically just fall out of here, and then they like keep a course and fly down and bomb shit and destroy everything. And you can open the hatch and close it up, and when it's closed, it actually looks really good. So I just had this empty space because I knew I wanted these intakes somewhere, but I wasn't sure where. And then when I was building this, I was like, oh yeah, if I keep an empty space here, I can do something with it. But what I tried didn't really work, so I did this, and now it looks really good. Like I said, compared to most of my other models, this thing looks really good, and I'm really proud of me actually making this, because this is so cool, and it looks really freaking good, especially with the engines on the back. But yeah, this is the Gun's Streamliner jet. Looking at the bad guy vehicle, we have this very big, very odd-looking 4x4 thingy, or off-roader thing. I had to improvise with the wheels, and like, I wasn't really sure how I was gonna add the wheels, but as it looks now, it looks really good, actually. And you can angle the back wheels, and you just got the front wheels. They have this sort of protection frame in the middle of the wheels on every one of them, so that, you know, the insides of the wheel doesn't really get damaged. And then looking at the back, we have a just this small antenna thing. Maybe for picking up signals and whatnot, sending out signals and whatnot. We have Gruss here, just standing, he has this little measurement thing as well, and a little control panel. Of course, his hands are too big, he can really use it, but he does have his own shifter lever thing, sort of. And beside him is Commandeer, sitting in control of his own control panel and his own lever. He also has this sort of door-like protection thing, just so he doesn't fall out of the thing when they're driving. The bottom of this piece, or the bottom of this, is actually a piece for a mixer, for, like, you know, one of those cement or concrete mixers. And what I originally wanted to do was just make a vehicle that Gruss was controlling, that had this piece in front. But I turned it into this, and I'm actually really happy with how it turned out, because it somehow works, and it somehow really fits, in some weird way. Now looking at the front, we have this front piece. It's on a hinge, so you can, I don't know how well you can do it now, but you can open this up and get a better view inside there. Inside the bottom. Now the bottom is, originally I was gonna have it store things, but now I'm thinking it's where they keep prisoners and stuff, when they've captured someone and they need to take them away fast. Then they just pop the hood open and throw them in there. Or it could be a good place for the engine, but that all depends. And then on the side, you can see I have these little flaps or whatever that stick out on hinges, so you can move these up and down, angle them, sort of. But on the ends of them, they have cannons. So these are the main weapons. So I just fire from these cannons, just boom, trying to hit targets. And that's basically it. Originally I was gonna put like spring-loaded shooters here, but well, it didn't really look great, so I went with this. And while it still doesn't look that great, it actually works in a way. Like I said, this, or I don't know if I actually said it, but this this bad guy build is a very weird looking one. But you know what? I'm happy with it, you know? So this was the bad guy vehicle. I don't really have a name for it, but you know, what you gonna do? this entire piece is made up of 257 bricks, which is honestly not that bad, considering, well, even if this build looks small, there's a lot of pieces gone into it, and there's actually quite a few pieces gone into this. There's actually more pieces in this bad guy vehicle than there is in the jet, I think. So the jet is made up of 104 bricks, while this is made up of 153 bricks. So, while you would think that this one would be a little bit more complex, this one has more bricks. But then again, this one has all of the pieces in a very smaller space. This one uses sort of a lot of big pieces as well, other than like the smaller pieces. Either way, this was this review of my on my MOC called the Streamliner Jet Chase, because I always name my models as I name them what I think they would be called if they were actually a set, or I just name them what I want to name them. So yeah, if I were to rate this building, or this build, on a scale of 5, it would probably be a 4, because it's not a perfect set, or it's not a perfect model, I mean, but the jet looks really, really good, and I actually really like how I made the bad guy vehicle because of what I made with, or what I did with it. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this little review time-lapse thing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!